Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Anna Maria Varju. I am a fine artist living in the Netherlands, and on this channel I share a lot about my artist life. As you saw earlier in the video, I have been painting outside this morning. It is sunny at last. We have had a very long period of rain, but finally summer has come and I just couldn't resist going outside and painting my pink cloud rose combined with a clematis. I don't know, a clematis, it's called in the Netherlands, the other climbing plant flower that grows in between the roses. I wanted to capture that cool mood that the flowers have in the early morning. Well, not so early, but well, you know what I mean, in the shade, combined with a little bit of the warm sunlight in the upper part of the composition. It was difficult because the sun came ever more towards me, so a lot of roses caught the light of the sun in the end, so it was completely different than when I started. But I think I did an okay job in capturing what I wanted to capture. So in today's video, I would like to talk a bit about what I did last week, because for the very first time in my life, I participated to a plein air festival. And I made a lot of paintings outside at Noordwijk aan Zee, where the plein air festival was. Apparently it is an event that has been organized for many years, and it is every year. And I had been asked to participate a few years ago, but I couldn't because it was too near to my due date when I was pregnant with my first son. And the other times my son was too small, or I was pregnant with my other daughter, with my other child, my daughter Artemisia. So there just didn't seem to be a right time to go and do this. But this year, finally, I could. And I must say that it was a very great experience. And as you can see, here are almost all the paintings I made in this week. I also made a drawing, but I didn't fetch it right now. I will put a picture of it in the video. And I made another painting which was sold to the foundation of the festival. So what was this festival? Well, it was a week of plein air painting. There were like more or less 50 participants, artists from the Netherlands and abroad, who all came to Noordwijk aan Zee, where the festival tent was. And you could have a dinner together every day, but I didn't join, only the first day. Because I was there not alone, but with my children and my husband, and it would be kind of unfair and weird to go and eat in the tent with the other artists when I had been away painting the whole day already. So I couldn't experience this festival like the other ones did, but it was really great. So every day I would go out and paint, pick a nice spot, and then if the painting was good enough, then I would present it in the tent, the festival tent, where all the works made by all the artists would be exhibited. On the last day there was a prize that could be won. There was only one prize, but there were also 3 nominees for the prize. And the first prize was a sum of money and a very large box of Rembrandt oil colors, as well as the purchase from the foundation of one of the paintings of the winner. And the 2 nominees for the first prize would also sell one of their paintings to the foundation and get a smaller box of Rembrandt oil colors. So I'm happy to say that I was one of the nominees for the prize, which was a great honor, because the other two, so the winner and the other nominee, were very, very good painters, and I felt honored to be standing next to them when there was an award to be won. So I will put their names in the description box below. And right now I want to start immediately by talking a bit about what I made this week. Here we have this one is dry, so I can safely put my hands on it. This one is the first painting I made. I liked how these pine trees had this very kind of bizarre shape, and it reminded me a lot about Sardinia, where there are also a lot of chunky, weirdly growing trees because of all the wind. In fact, the whole landscape there in Noordwijk aan Zee reminded me of Sardinia, of the seaside anyway. I had never been there before, and I thought that the Netherlands was a very boring country when it comes to the landscape, but I must really take that back, because it was so inspiring and beautiful, and I really hope to go and paint there again. So it was a bit of a cloudy day, which was nice because there was a stable light, and I really this one looks still a bit how do you say, I didn't really make an enormous statement with this one. I'm happy with the mood I captured, but I was not really experimenting yet. So what this week did to me was that, because I was painting all the time, I came in this kind of weird mood in which I felt that I had to experiment and really grab the chance to do something a bit more special than I usually do. Also because there was little time, and the light changed a lot on the moments where I thought the light was most beautiful. So for example, in these two paintings, which are the ones I'm most happy about, because I really captured the mood I wanted to capture. This is the last painting I made, and I think it really shows, because it is the most bold painting. I will put a better picture in the video so you can see what I mean, because it has a lot of texture, and it was so difficult because I came there. It was actually the last day of painting, and it was the first time I painted the sea when we were so close to the sea, but I don't know, I was just drawn by all those trees all the time. And so yes, I almost didn't paint the sea, because in the morning I woke up and I thought, it was very early, it was like 6 o'clock in the morning when I went out of the door. I think it was maybe an hour later that I actually decided what to paint. So when I went out of the door in the morning, very next to the holiday home, you would have these trees and the woods. And after that, I don't know if you can kind of see it, you would have the dunes. And after that, the sea. So first I stood still looking at the trees, and I thought, oh, those pine trees look really nice in the morning light, because only the top of the trees caught this very warm light and the rest would be cool. So that was very, very appealing, but something inside of me said, well, you really should go to the sea, or even just go and see whether it's nice, and don't stop here. So I took my bike and I went on, and then were the dunes, and the dunes were so beautiful in the morning light. You know, it was all a bit diffuse and warm. You couldn't really see very hard contours. It was just very nice, but I couldn't really find a spot where to sit or stand, where I would get everything in the picture that I wanted in the painting, you know. So I thought, well, this is not going to do it. I'm going to the sea. And I was standing in front of the sea, and I thought, yeah, the sea has beautiful colors, but I like my subject to have interesting lines as well. And I just couldn't really see that in the sea. Of course, there were waves, there were different colors, but it was also horizontal to me. So I almost wanted to leave when I took one look back to the sea, and I saw the sea from the side of this beach terrace. And on that moment, the sunlight that fell over the dunes, the first line of sunlight, let's say, it hit the sea, and also this row of tables and chairs. And in combination, the warm light in combination with the white chairs that looked almost green and blue in the sand, and also combined with the ultramarine and white, you know, just very nice bright blue colors here. Sorry, I can't seem to talk. It was just so beautiful. So I had to capture it. I took just one moment to make a composition sketch, and I immediately threw myself on this painting. It was so difficult because the sunlight just kept on creeping into this part of the composition, and because the sun went higher and higher, the colors also just changed in the shade part. So I started by adding these patches of light on the tables and on the sand, and afterwards I very quickly made this shade color of the sand, so the tables and chairs would kind of appear, but still very roughly. And then I will try to mix the colors of the chairs, the shade color. But it was just very difficult to find that color, because by then the chairs also had already changed. So in the end, I'm happy at how it turned out. I did a lot with the palette knife as well. It is kind of rough, but I think that it works because it emphasizes the abstract power of the scene. So I think in this one I showed that I learned a lot during this painting week. And this painting was actually made in the afternoon. And of all the trees that I could choose, I chose a tree that was kind of dead. You see, it might look as if it is sunlight hitting here, but it's not. It's just that, yeah, of course there is a bit of sunlight, but it is so orange red because the tree was quite dry. But I loved that color in combination with the blue sky. It was just such a powerful complementary contrast, and in combination with the purple colors in in the down part of the trees. I liked it a lot, the mood, you know. And the beautiful thing was that this, well, earthy, orangey color reflected a lot. So you also have it here in the branches. I thought that was just beautiful. And the hot day really reflects well in this painting. So that's what I'm always after, to try and get the mood that I was feeling in that moment. So these are the ones I'm most happy about. Now I will get one painting from the wall, so I can show that one to you as well. This was made on the... I can't see myself. Do I show it well? Yeah. This was made on the second day. And it was also very sunny, but still it was very cold. The wind was very cold. And what I loved about this scene was... I think it looks better in a frame, was how these sandy parts contrasted with the more purple shades, but also just the shape of this whole scene. I will put a nice picture in a nice photograph of it in the video, because you can't really see it, but I did a lot of work with the palette knife and it is full of little flies and other insects. What was also very beautiful here, but I didn't really manage to paint it, unfortunately, was that there were pine trees looking very purple in this wood part on the background. So I did a kind of impression of it, but you can't really see it. And now that I think about it, maybe it wouldn't even work if I would have accentuated those trees more. But that was actually the first thing that I was looking at. I thought, oh, this is very nice. But in the end, I chose to emphasize on this part. Also because, you know, I can paint trees here, not pine trees, but trees. And these dunes you cannot find here where I live. So, yeah, I'm happy with the sunny atmosphere I got. And lastly, there is my true experiment. Which is, this one. And some people didn't really get what I was doing, I think. I don't know if I was really getting it when I was painting. But I can tell you what I was thinking when I chose this subject. So I had been, I think it was on not the last day of painting, but the day before that. I had been cycling a lot around these dunes and the woods, and the thing I like a lot with these trees with silvery leaves. And here were the bushes, down it's called in Dutch. I don't know how it's called in English. I will look it up. Were also silvery at one side. And the nice thing about these bushes was that the branches looked kind of purple also. So on the cloudy days, I thought that these silvery trees look just so beautiful, especially combined with seen in their full form, so not in the background as in this one. But it looked like the cloudy days were over, and so I didn't find the opportunity to really choose those trees as my main subject. But as I was looking for a subject to paint, I saw what a beautiful harmony of silvery colors and purples this scene was. So you had these trees in the background, and it almost looked like the sky was also a bit purple. And so the silvery leaves of the bushes and they combined with the silver colors. Silver is not really silver, obviously, but I wanted to capture that harmony, and I felt that it was also this rhythm of waves that I found beautiful. So that is what I wanted to do, but as I started painting, it really felt that I had no grip at all on what I was doing. I started out with the sky and these darker parts, and I just threw on batches of color. Everything was just so subtle and diffuse, like when I do a painting as in these trees or these, you have these very sharply defined shapes that aid you in finding the composition, but it was not the case in this one. So I was having a hard time, and it didn't help that it was sunny, cloudy the whole time. So the whole subject changed all the time. So what I had to focus on was kind of by improvisation, finding the right color combination and making this work look interesting because of the textures that I put into it. So if you look in the close-up, you will see that I worked a lot with a palette knife in here, and in this part, and also here in the top, and in the corner where my signature is. It is kind of thin, but in this part here below, I tried to add a lot of different kinds of brush strokes and also colors, although they are very subtle. So those very fine and pointy leaves of the bushes and the different colors in the dark shady parts of those bushes, that is really the subject, I think, of this painting. So when I was painting it, I was feeling a bit like a failure, but fortunately my husband came with the children, and he very much liked it, and he said what he liked about it, and also that there was not much to be done anymore. So that was a relief. And when I brought it to the tent, people didn't really react with much enthusiasm. But that is maybe because people just expect something very realistic in a sense from me, when what I would like to learn is to work more with textures and to allow the abstract power to be more prominent in my work, because I like classical painting, but I don't think my work is classical, although a lot of people say it is. I don't know how to explain. I will stop trying to explain. Maybe it makes sense what I say. I like it when there is something interesting going on when it comes to the material I'm using. I want to use the full potential of these oil colors, and that I am trying to do by allowing my brush and my palette knife to work a lot in different directions and with different subtleties. So yeah, that is what I was after, and I felt that I made a big step when it comes to this in this painting week in Noordwijk aan Zee. So today I don't really have something else for you, like a demo or other interesting things. I just really wanted to share the story behind these works I made. What I do want to put the emphasis on once again is the fact that I have a newsletter. And I really think that if you like the content I make here on YouTube, you would really appreciate the newsletter as well. I am on Substack. I've only made one newsletter so far on Substack because I just switched to this platform recently. And I really intend to make this newsletter like a kind of blog with a lot of in-depth stories about my project and my work. So I have one in English, which is called My Big Bold Brush, and I have one in Dutch. They are the same, but in different languages, and the one in Dutch is Stevige Streken. You can find the links to subscribe for these newsletters in the description box below. So I really like to see you join me. It is completely free, and of course you can just go away and unsubscribe whenever you want. If you want to have a look at the first newsletter I published last month, then go ahead. You can just see it in the archive. At least I think you can see it. And with this, I want to leave you and ask you that if you like this video or the other videos I made, if you saw them, then please subscribe for this channel as well. It really helps my channel to grow, and it helps other people like you to find my videos. So that's all for today. If it is sunny like it is here at your place as well, please go and grab your brushes and go outside and paint, and I will see you next time. Bye!